Sam most of the work today?
Well, they're going to play the games, and I didn't see enough work for Saturday, so we needed more work today on certain situations that Josh has been through. And there are going to be days where Josh get more reps. There's going to be days where Teddy and Sam get more reps. Today was that day.
Will Josh not play Thursday?
Everybody should be ready to play.
How did you think Sam did? It looked like a little bit kind of an uneven practice from some moments good and others not.
I'll check the film. I wasn't solely looking at Sam. I was looking at some other positions, trying to concentrate on that. But I'll watch the film, and we'll grade them as we normally do.
Ty, have you decided how you'll deploy the three guys on Sunday? Or whatever, Friday?
In my head, I have not expressed that to the coaches yet, but we're going to sit down and talk about it later this week.
You obviously ran a three-man quarterback race last year in competition. How much does that help you kind of get ahead on what you want to do this year?
Every year is different, but I think I got a good handle on it, a good idea of how I want to handle it. You know, we just got to execute it and go forward from there.
What's McClendon's injury?
He's got a sore leg.
How has Teddy impressed you from the time you got him until now?
Work ethic, intelligence, driven to get better, very accurate, very good on the run. He's been a great team player and great in the meeting room and for the guys as well. And, you know, I got to say, it's the best three-quarterback combination room I've been around from a mental standpoint. So that's great to have.
How serious is this thing?
Camp.
And Trent Cannon, is he okay, or he left practice early?
I didn't see him leave early, but as far as I know, he's okay. I'll check and see when I get in. Guys are going to get nicked up this time of year, so it gives other guys a chance to play. And when those guys come back, they come back. So you don't worry about it really until the last week of the preseason.
What made you want to give Copeland and Lou some run there with this guy?
Athletic guys that I really want to take a look at against the first unit, and these guys that peaked over the past few days, and I just want to take a better look at them.
What do you think of Lou in particular? He seemed like he had a pretty good practice. What's he showing you so far?
He's got athleticism, like I said. He's got a lot of athleticism. He's young and he's learning, so I just want to see what he can do. He's got to keep progressing. He's one of the guys I'd be interested to see in the preseason as it progresses.
Do you consider Sam Darnold having been completely caught up from the days that he missed, or is that not something that's even measured?
It's not even measured. It's something I don't think about. He's got a good feel. He's comfortable, and he's in camp, and he's working hard.
Is Herndon further along than you would think for a rookie tight end?
It's too early to tell. It's only been a week. You know, he's working hard and he's practicing, but after a week of practice without playing any preseason games, I don't know if anybody's further along than they need to be.
What have you thought of Chad Hansen's camp? It just seems like on the surface he's been quieter than he was in the spring, but what about on a more nuanced level? Have you noticed?
Well, he's working hard. He's not getting the balls, obviously, with pass rush and reads and everything else. He's working hard running his routes, and opportunity has to come. And I wouldn't rate. He's practicing just like he did in the spring. He's working hard, but the games and later on things will tell as he show up in the ball games. But Chad's doing that. He's doing everything the way he's supposed to.
Are you concerned about the penalties? I mean, I know you said the other night that you told the refs to call anything that's close, but you know, a few days before the first preseason games, is there any concern?
Well, anytime you have a surplus of guys and almost twice your team, you're going to have more mistakes than normal. So that comes with the territory. You just got to fight through and sift through the ones and try to cut them down and use them as examples. As training camp goes on, they get less and less, and they have started to get less and less. So I'm happy with the progress. We just got to keep grinding.
So the offensive penalties today were with Sam at quarterback. Were the pre-snaps have anything to do with his cadence, or how would you explain that?
No, those had nothing to do with Sam. Those were just other people making bonehead decisions at the wrong time.
Tom, with Nathan, he's been getting a ton of first-team reps for a while. What has made you guys elevate him up there so fast? What do you like about him?
Well, he's tough. We rotate different guys there, obviously. But Nathan's been there. Foley's been there. Anderson's been there. We put a lot of guys up in there. He's getting a lot of work there, but he also gets a lot of work in subs. So he's one of the guys we want to focus on, guys doing different things. So in base, and then some sub, he'll go in first. And next week, it'll probably be Foley. The next week, it just changes all the time. You try to get the young guys as much experience as possible, and the more they can play with the first unit, the faster they can mature.
For a guy who didn't play Division I, is it a surprise to see what he's been able to do so far?
No, I don't think it matters. The brief time he was at the Senior Bowl and one-on-one, you can see him going up against guys that were drafted very high. You can see he was a good football player. I don't think the school matters. You know, if you're 315 and you're strong, you're 315 and you're strong, whether it's Division One or two.
Anyway, Leggett plays in the opener.
It's questionable if he doesn't practice the rest of the week. Probably not. And if he practices, maybe.
Is this another knee thing?
Did he do anything today?
No, he didn't.
Is this knee again? Or was all wrapped up?
Just maintenance.
How heavily weighted, or what kind of a measuring stick are these preseason games for Sam?
A measuring stick for everybody, not just Sam. We have a lot of guys fighting to make this team. So, preseason game, doing it in practice and doing it in preseason when the lights are on, measures out for every position.
How realistic, though, is it for him to overtake two veterans and become the week one starter?
Well, you got to play preseason games. I'm not in the hypotheticals and nothing that hasn't happened yet, but we're going to let him play, and then after the fourth preseason, sometime that week, I'll make my decision and go from there.
So you said McCown would definitely get at least a series on Friday?
I did not say that. I said everybody should be ready to play.
So you're still not, so there's a chance that he might not play Friday?
There's a chance that everybody should be ready to play, and I'll sit down with the coaches at the end of the week, and we'll go from there.
You'll make make your decision after the fourth preseason game? Is that what
I said it's possible I will make my decision after the fourth week of the season. I'm not pinpointed to any decision. When the guy runs out on the field Sunday on week one, you'll see who the starter is.
Everybody good? Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
guess, a full week of practice now starting week 2. Are you starting to feel more comfortable out there? Just kind of how are things coming together?
Definitely feeling a lot more comfortable playing, calling plays in the huddle, and then executing them, running them. It's been fun to finally have that first week really under my belt, and then during the scrimmage it was really fun to just hear the plays called in my helmet and then be able to execute them like I just said. So it's fun to be able to have control of the offense. Obviously, I'm not exactly where I want to be. There's always growth that needs to happen, but I'm really excited about where I'm at and where the offense is at right now.
You had a play, I guess, when you guys were practicing the red zone drill where it looked like you looked to your left, looked to your center, and then eventually you came back to Trenton in the corner. Can you just take us through what you saw there, how you went through your reads, what kind of how that whole play materialized?
So that was just like a man zone read type of thing where one side was for man, the other side was for zone. So I read man, went to the man side, saw that he wasn't really winning over there. Came back because the other play that we drew up on the other side, it's a zone beater, but it's also a great man beater too. So I just had time to come back to that. Great protection by the O-line, and was able to find Trent there in the corner.
Do you think that's a play that you would have made your first week or when you first got here? Or is that something you kind of
I'm not really sure. I guess it's awesome to be able to kind of find my groove in the offense and be able to feel comfortable and know exactly when I need to get rid of the ball, and it was awesome to be able to feel that kind of pocket around me and be able to find Trent there late as really kind of my 4th or 5th option.
Sam, can you learn to be quicker when you process information? Because it seems like you've always processed information quickly, and it says a lot given that you've only been a quarterback for a few years. So is that something innate, or is that something that you can actually get better at?
No, I mean, I'm always looking to get better at really just processing information, like you just said, because that's what the quarterback position is all about. No matter what level you're playing at, it's about being able to eliminate one side, eliminate one player, just based on matchup, leverages, coverage. So it's really about digesting all that information pre-snap, and then post-snap being able to digest it as fast as you can, which is kind of the name of the game at any level of football.
How different is the processing of information when you're in a meeting room versus when you're actually out there in practice?
Yeah, it's different. I think a lot of coaches say, they'll say something in the meeting room, especially some of my coaches at SC. But it's kind of well known around the league and NCAA. A lot of coaches, they tell you one thing in the meeting room, and then after they tell you that one thing, they're like, well, it's easy for me to say in an AC room, watching the film. So yeah, it's a lot different playing it out and being behind the center, because you get guys rushing you, and sometimes you don't always have that kind of bird's eye view of what's going on. So it's definitely a different perspective back there, and the coaches understand that. So while we're looking at film, they understand that, and they know exactly, especially JB and Mick and Josh and Teddy. They've all had so much experience with the quarterback position that they understand exactly what's going on back there.
How anxious are you to see how much you've learned can translate into some live action later this week?
I'm really excited. It's also about being able to get rid of the ball in a timely manner, like we just talked about. Being able to process that information, because we're live. This will be the first time that we're able to get hit. So it's really there's no security blanket on us. We don't have those red jerseys out there. So we're going to be ready to be able to get rid of the ball as fast as possible, but also be able to trust our protection and trust what we've been working on for so long now.
What do you remember about your very first game at USC?
I was at Rice-Eccles Stadium, at the Coliseum, or just at USC in general?
At USC, yeah.
Yeah, at Rice-Eccles Stadium in Utah, playing Utah. Lost the game, but I felt like I had a really good grasp of the offense, and were able to march the ball down the field. Had some turnovers there in the first half and the second half, but I thought our offense was able to move the ball a little bit, and it was a good sign. And after that, we didn't lose any games.
What's been the biggest transition for you so far?
I think biggest transition is just speed of the game, but also I think being able to call plays in the huddle, be able to process all that information at the line of scrimmage, going up to the line of scrimmage with 2 plays. I've talked about it a little bit, but just knowing all that, processing all that information, and then making the best decision, but also throwing the ball accurately and on time. So there's a lot that goes into it. But that's why I love playing the quarterback position, and that's really why I love the game of football, is because there's so much that goes into it. Whereas like when I was a fan when I was younger, as a young kid, I was just watching the ball and watching Reggie Bush at USC run down the sideline against Fresno State, those type of things. But now there's so much more that goes into it, and when I'm watching football, I recognize little things.
Sammy, you mentioned, kind of getting back to what you just said, you mentioned in the spring how you hadn't done a lot of the pre-snap stuff at USC, both those line between plays, audible, that sort of stuff. Where are you, do you think, in the progression of sort of learning and mastering that? Only 5 practices in, but where are you with your progression with that?
Yeah, I think I'm doing a really good job. Obviously, I got to get better. There's always room to get better in that department, but yeah, I think I've grown a lot since my first day here, and it's great. I mean, to be able to get as many reps as I'm getting, it's awesome. To be able to get those live action reps, because they don't come around often. So I'm really looking forward. Or every single day, I really look forward to getting out there and getting those reps.
Is an example of kind of what you said, where you go to the play with 2, or you go to the line with 2 plays, you fix which one will work. Was that like screen pass you threw to Lucky Whitehead? Was that an example of that? Where you changed to it, or was that something else?
On the last little period.
Or no, the middle. There was like a period in the middle there.
Yeah, no, that was a called play.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different scenarios where it's kind of hard to tell just with the media watching without being in the huddle what plays are. I go to the line of scrimmage with 2, so you can't really tell with the way that we run the play. It's just based on the certain look that we get. We run one or the other.
Is it going to be a challenge to contain or control your emotions on Friday night?
I've never really had a problem with that, so I don't think so. But I mean, first NFL game, you never know. So, but at the same time, I've always been able to kind of control those emotions. So I think I'm just going to go out there and play my game. But I think feeling those emotions is a good thing. Being able to go out there, first real NFL game, even though it is preseason, first NFL game, going out there and being really emotional. I think that's something that I'm looking forward to. But at the same time, I realize that I have to be smart in all of my decisions and sound with everything. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be a little emotional not emotional as in like crying or anything like that, but it's definitely going to be awesome to be out there first NFL game. But I'm also going to be aware of every situation and everything that's going on.
You enjoy game day a lot more than practice, I would assume.
No, I mean, every time I get a chance to come out here and play football is amazing. So I love practicing, even in the humidity like today. It's awesome just to be able to come out here every single day and play football. I've never actually been able to say that I play football as my job, but now I can actually say that. But it doesn't really feel like that. It feels like I'm just playing football, having a good time. The only difference is I don't have class, so it's pretty fun to be able to do that.
Do you feel like you're all caught up now after you missed those 3 days?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say I'm caught up with the offense and everything, like the installs. So yeah, I think I'm just looking forward to continuing practicing and getting better.
Do you think, obviously, the games themselves will have a heavier weighting on whether you can win the job or not? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, every single day I step on the field, whether it's practice or whether it's the scrimmage or whether it's a preseason game, I'm just going to go out and take advantage of every single opportunity that I get. If I make a great play, awesome, move on to the next one. If I make a bad play, it is what it is, move on to the next one. So that's just kind of the mentality that I'm going to have every single day, whether it's practice, the scrimmage, or a preseason game.
You're still under the impression that this is an open competition, the starting job is wide open? Is that what
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right now it's Josh 1, Teddy 2, me 3. But with that being said, I'm excited to come out here and compete every single day. I know Josh and Teddy are as well, so it's awesome to be able to have those two to compete with and come out here every day and sling the rock around a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys.
You guys stay hydrated like we did. But it's a great day today. Football weather right here. Nice, hot, sunny day. What else would you rather be doing? So
it's a great day, putting the pads back on after an off day. Guys came out, flew around a little, threw the ball well today. Just continue to just become a tough football team. And in order to be a tough football team, you have to, be able to overcome circumstances and situations like today, whether it's a hot day, if it's raining, if it's cold, if it's snowing. You have to be able to just be mentally tough and be able to block it all out and come out and execute. Guys did a good job of doing that today. I want to clean a few things up, but for the most part, the energy was there, and that's what you like to see.
Teddy, I know you got to play a couple snaps last year in spot duty there for the Vikings, but you're probably going to play a pretty decent chunk in the opening game of the preseason. Does that excite you anymore to know that you're going to get to see a decent amount of action there?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I get excited every day. I get to get my ankles taped, lace my cleats up, and run out of the locker room and practice because it was taken away from me for 2 years. So to be able to just wake up and know that hey, you have an opportunity to continue to do something that you love doing, it's a great feeling. So I'm looking forward to this upcoming preseason game. I'm looking forward to playing and just getting out there with the guys and bringing the energy.
Teddy, how do you feel physically, just in terms of how you're playing so far through a week of practice?
I feel great. The thing about being here, everyone pushes each other, and it's a great feeling. You see guys who are spending time, whether it's in the training room, just doing the little things, and it motivates you to want to do the little things to make sure that you're fresh when you get out there on the field. So it's a great group of guys who, we all motivate each other and feed off each other's energy.
You had your reps increased by a lot today. You and Sam got a large majority of the reps. What are your understanding with the decision to do that? What do you take out of that?
The more the better. You gain more knowledge. You become a smarter player, whether it's by taking more reps. I always say experience is life's best philosophy. So the more the better. I look forward to every time I'm out there, just moving the chains, finding completions, creating rhythm, getting in, out, and out, up and down in the huddle, just creating the tempo and just having fun.
Teddy, after someone as much time as you missed, what's your confidence like when you make a throw like you did to Robbie? Does that help you like making a throw like that in practice, or are you just naturally confident even from both times?
Yeah, I'm very confident. Those are throws that we expect to make, being quarterbacks in the National Football League. So making a throw like that, it excites you, yeah, because we love big plays, and that's what you like to see. We run those plays and call those plays for a reason. But that's just the expectations around here. We expect to call plays, we're going to take shots, and we expect to hit them. And if we don't have the shot down the field, we expect the quarterbacks to make smart decisions and find their check down. So fortunately today we had the opportunity to hit Robbie on a big play, and it felt good.
What is your next milestone then? What is the next thing that you want to accomplish in this recovery and in this working your way back from that 15 injury?
That's something I have to sit down and think about. Right now I'm doing everything that I dreamed of doing, and that's waking up and continuing to play football. It's a wonderful feeling. It gives me the chills right now just thinking about it because knowing how the previous 2 years were. But you take advantage of this opportunity, and I look forward to every day. Some people may say it's training camp, it's the grind of things. You can't wait to get to the regular season. Things will be easier, but I look forward to it. You embrace the grind because it was once taken from you. So I have to sit down and think about the next milestone, but for now it's just living in the moment, enjoying this opportunity and taking advantage of it.
Teddy, were there times during that time away where you were concerned you might not be able to make it back?
Never. I had nothing but positive thoughts. I didn't allow any negativity to even creep into my circle. I knew that, if I'm negative, then, I'm going to have those negative thoughts, and, it may hinder my progress. I always mention my mom. She went through breast cancer, and her biggest thing was to stay positive because she always said that, the cancer feeds off negativity. So watching her remain positive through what she went through, it gave me this positive mindset and never allowed any doubt or any negative thoughts to creep in.
Do you feel you're as good now and you can do all the same things now that you could do before the injury, or do you need prove that to yourself in more of a live game setting?
I definitely feel like I'm good. I've been working with the training staff here, and we've been hitting it hard. And I'm excited. Like I said, I'm looking forward to these upcoming preseason games and just getting out there and having fun, playing football again.
So for you, there's no mental hurdles left?
None at all. Just, go out there and trust it. Whatever happens is, it's going to happen.
Teddy, obviously the packed quarterback with you, Josh, and Sam. The better you play, there's probably going to be more of a chance that you end up somewhere else where they need a quarterback. Is that something you've thought about?
Not at all.
Just the uncertainty of your future?
No, I live in the moment, and you control what you can't control. For me, it's coming to work every day and putting forth my best effort, leading my group up and down the field, and throwing completions and getting us in and out of the right plays. That's what I look forward to right now. Everything else take care of itself. Right now, I have to live in the moment and trust the process.
What do you remember about your first preseason game? Very first?
Man, my first preseason game, I think we played the Oakland Raiders. Everything happened so fast. You go from college where you're playing on a wider field, the hashes are wider, and then you get in the preseason game, and it's like, man, you're really here. It hits you like, man, it's totally different from training camp. You're going against your team. You're seeing all sorts of looks and disguises, but you get to the preseason game, and it kind of slows down for you, but at the same time, it's fast because it's your first game, and that's the biggest thing I remember, just the speed of the game.
You better relay that to Sam, I would think.
Oh, man, Sam's going to be just fine. It's going to be...
Teddy, schematically, how does Jeremy Bates' system compare to North Turner and Pat Shermer in terms of what they like to do in Minnesota?
They're pretty similar systems. It's quarterback friendly. Gives the quarterback a lot of control, at the line of scrimmage. And, you take ownership in that. So, the systems pretty much, they're similar. You're going to take your shots. You're going to play pitch and catch with your guys and, have a high completion percentage and, not turn the ball over. So, it's a great system to be in, and I'm excited right now about being in the system.
Why do you say Sam's going to be just fine?
Oh, man, that guy, he's cool. He's a cool guy. Seems like a guy who you can't break, and that's what you want as a quarterback. He's even kill. I just watch him. He makes throws, and it's like, man, this guy, he's the real deal. So, you see that in a guy, and it's like, man, this guy, he gets it. So, so I said, man, Sam, he's in good hands. He's in a good room. We're all in a good room right now. We're excited. And we're all excited for each other. We get to go out there. We're competing against our defense right now. We're seeing, everything. So we're excited about going against an opponent and just seeing something different and executing at a high level.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Just start a question, sir.
Josh, what's impressed you about Teddy and what just having noticed about him and how he's gone about things?
Well, he's a pro's pro. I mean, just his poise, in the huddle, how he carries himself, and every time he steps on the field, he's ready to go. He's prepared, and he puts the time in to make sure, when he gets to the line of scrimmage, he's got answers to solve problems that different defenses can throw at you. So I've been really impressed. And then he's just an accurate passer, great touch, and again, just a ton of poise. He's been awesome, a great leader for our team. So he's been just really, really cool to work with, and just have enjoyed getting to know him and look forward to continuing working with him. But he's been great and impressive. Oh no, I mean he's sharp, man. I think he's obviously he's had a long road just recovery-wise from his knee, but his mind has been in football. You can tell he's sharp and I've been really impressed with everything he's done, and I think the future is really bright for Teddy. So I'm excited for him.
What will be your advice for Sam for his first preseason game?
Advice for Sam for first preseason game? You know, kind of overall for every rookie, just to enjoy the first moment. You put the uniform on, you go out there under the lights, and even into preseason, it's really cool, and that's kind of you know, the first step, you know, and you know, kind of realizing, you know, the dream that all of us have had. So that's the main thing. You just soak it up and enjoy it, and then as you play the game, you know, no different than any other game. It's just one play at a time. Just go execute that play, and you know, you know, have high expectations that he'll go out and play well.
Today's quarterback rotation was kind of reminiscent of last year. You got a little work with the ones, and it was mostly the 2 and 3 guys getting the bulk of it. Do you anticipate being that the plan from now on?
We'll see. I mean, I'll defer to coaches on that, but you know, obviously, just like we did last year, we understand the situation. This is my 17th training camp, and I've done this for a while, and obviously we have a lot invested in the other 2 guys, and as far as them learning the offense and getting comfortable with things, so it's good for our team for those guys to get as much work as they can. So, like we said, we feel really, you know, really solid with our quarterback situation and the room in general, but you know, obviously what's missing for those guys, and especially for Sam, obviously is his reps, you know, his experience. So as much work as we can get, you know, get him, and then both Teddy just getting used to the system, and him getting his feet back under him, you know, coming off his thing. I think it's good for them. So like I said, I think I understand it, and more importantly, it's the best thing for our team. It helps our team get better.
Josh, how that's coach was kind of non-committal about whether you would play on Friday. Is it important for you to at least get a series on Friday?
But we'll see. I love playing. You know, I mean, shoot, that's why we do this. We do it to play. And so if coach says, hey, go out there and play a series or 2 or whatever it is, I'll do it. You know, whatever our team needs me to do, I'll do it. But if he says, let's look at these 2 young guys, I understand that, and I'll do everything I can to help them and cheer them on and encourage the other guys. So whatever they need, whatever they want from me, I'll do that and do it as best I can.
At this point in your career, how much time do you feel like you need in the preseason before you're ready for week 1?
Well, last year, what did I have last year? 2 series? So 2 series, I guess, is the answer. You know, I mean, like I said, I don't think, you know, we play these games for a reason, and there's no substitute for experience in play, and so I don't want to downplay that. But obviously, when you're in a situation where you have the dynamic the way we do in our quarterback room and the experience that I have, it's understandable to allow, you know, the other guys to get work and to see where they're at, and because those preseason reps are invaluable for them, and so regardless, it's, you know, I'll be ready to go, you know, however the situation shakes out.
Josh, how different is it processing information in the classroom versus actually, you know, going out here and making mistakes or, you know, learning?
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different. You know, I've seen guys over the years, guys that are great classroom guys that can nail answers. You know, they know everything the coach is asking them, but they come out here and they drop back, and it just doesn't materialize for them. And it's frustrating. It's hard because you go, man, you get it in there, but some and then other guys that may not wow you in there, but when they get on that field, the game just makes sense to them. And so processing and being able to process and play the game are 2 of the, you know, the most important things you have to play this position. And you obviously must take it from the classroom to the field, and so because they're 2 different things, and it's we always say it too. It's easy in the air conditioning. You know, it's easy when there's not guys, you know, breathing down your neck, and you just got hit, or you just jogged out on the field and, you know, had 70,000 people boo you, or, you know, you just do an interception, something bad happens, and, you know, anxiety can creep in, all those things. Then how do you process that same information? You know, so that's what's critical, and that's, you know, for every quarterback, and you know, in my opinion, the guys that do it at a high level process at a high level.
What do you remember about your first preseason game?
Golly, my first preseason game.
Shouldn't be hard to remember.
No, I'm thinking back. I think it was San Diego. I think it was either at San Diego, I believe.
What were your emotions? Do you remember?
I was just kind of, like I said, just trying to take it all in. I just thought it was awesome. Jake Plummer came back and hit David Boston on a pump route for like a 60-yard touchdown to start the game, and I was like, man, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be easy, you know. And I got in there, and at that first series, it felt like they had 15 guys on defense. You know what I mean? You just like there's people everywhere, and I wasn't processing very good at that moment at all. But you know, you settle in, you throw, you get a completion. You know, a couple. You know, I remember hitting a completion to a fellow rookie on a curl route, and just feeling like, man, okay, I can do this, and then you start settling in and slowing it down. All that information that you had in the classroom all of a sudden starts to come clear again. So yeah, it was a fun experience, and you know, more than anything, just you know, it's crazy to think back and how fast it goes, but just that's why I tell those guys just to soak it in and enjoy it.
You said in the spring that Sam is wired right. Could you elaborate on that? How is he wired right?
Well, I think he loves it. You know, I mean, I think, you know, and like I said, everybody's different, but when in my opinion, when you play this position, you have to, you know, this has to be of utmost importance to you. You have to love and enjoy doing it, because to me, it's very hard, unless you're just uber talented, it's very hard to play this position and be disinterested in it, you know. And so I think he enjoys it. He enjoys the competition, and then he enjoys, you know, every aspect of it when we're in the classroom, talking it over when we come out here, and you know, things materialize for him. And so that's what I mean by that. Like, I just feel like that's the right kind of wiring. That's what it takes, you know. And he enjoys talking football and keeping his head in it. So so that's what I mean by that. Great.
Thank you, guys.
David Boston, man, that's a name from
David
the past.
Boston.
That guy's a beast.
Oh yeah,
Huge.
he was a beast.
I mean, he also steroids.
I was just saying.
Do you remember? Did you know Steve Serby back then?
Yeah. Huh?